All right. So we are here at the Unmask rally, or the last part of the Unmask rally. I know there was more people here, but they left. We are actually late helping out another event. I like that. Doing great. And we're letting people know about other issues that are coming up. Uh-oh. I think somebody took time to make that one. Oh, and while we're here, we're letting people know about another issue that's coming up. The reason I'm late is I was campaigning on dealing with... Here, let's take the clip thingy off. An item called Arkansas Issue 1.
Representing, issue number 1.
Urging people to vote no. And you want some information?
I'll take one.
Sure. It's got a website and some info you can share with others.
You might want to check your license on your car around today.
Oh yeah.
05 and 19.
Yeah, I need to.
Or a dead giveaway on there. That's the wrong year.
Yeah, I need to update that.
All that'll do is get you a trip to the DFA.
Yeah, I need to do that. Who bedazzled this sign?
My daughter.
Oh, that's nice. There's a tax increase they're trying to sneak up on folks this November as well. It's called Arkansas Issue 1. Our Shandong Mask governor is supporting it, and so we're urging people to vote against it just on that issue. You want some information as well? There you go.
Thank you.
And then there's a group called Americans for Prosperity that's doing campaigning against it.
Issue 1?
Yes, sir, Doug.
That's the only one that voted against it on the court.
Yeah, I know.
They almost abstained or said yes.
Yeah, and that's the first thing they do. They've been pushing that probably for years to hamstring all the city and local governments behind the backs of the people to support it.
I bet we'll figure it out if it doesn't pass.
Yeah, all the other quorum courts did it. We went down to Hot Springs County to their quorum court, and they did the same thing. They didn't even debate on it. They just said,
Our quorum court hardly ever debates anything. I voted against the mask ordinance. I was the only one that said anything. The other side didn't even say why they should do it. They just all voted yes. And, well, some of the Republicans abstained. I was the only one that voted no.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue there.
I can't believe all the, say that, anyway, leave all the Biden-Harris signs around here. In these neighborhoods.
This section of Arkansas, in particular Little Rock, is a very liberal area. The Quapaw Quarters is called, and it has all liberals. Although we have on stopping issue 1, there's a lot of liberals that are against it. Some are against it because they don't do for climate change. Some of them because they hate Asa Hutchinson. Honestly, on that issue, but we have a call system, and we've called a few people, and they're like, "I'm voting for Biden, but I hate this issue 1 thing." I had one today, and I'm like, "Okay, knock yourself out."
A little different.
I already got my stuff. I already know about it.
What about the other ones? What about 2, 3, and 6?
2 is supposed to be a issue regarding term limits, and I need to read up on it myself.
I just did. I was reading a little bit. I think 5 and 6 got dismissed.
Yes. The last I heard, the courts had thrown out the other ones for not securing their canvassers or doing background checks on them.
6. No, I looked at mine.
6, I think, was the.
It's still on there because she got her absentee ballot yesterday.
Some 6 of those ballots are produced and printed so far in advance.
Right.
If they're knocked off, they're not knocked off.
Yes. I think that's the case with 6. I think the courts ruled it won't count, as far as I know.
And you should tell them. Tell them what 5 and 6 are.
Well,
Oh yeah. That's so many items on there. 2 is about the term limits. I think what it does is it delays them for a few years, and then they have to wait 4 years before they can run back again. And I forget if it lowers the amount they can actually do.
Oh, really?
So that part, I'm like, and then 3 is about ballot initiatives. It makes it harder for people to gather signatures. I think they have to go to so many other counties, and all it is going to make it harder for ordinary citizens to gather signatures. But if you have money like Doug, what's his name, Couch, who does all these, Doug or David Couch, I forget his name. Yeah, all he'll do is hire some more out of town folks to gather more signatures. So I'm kind of like leaning against that. But anyway, yeah, it's hard to focus. And then I need to print off a sample ballot, look at these circuit judges. I don't know who they are. I got a Democrat, I have a Republican for state rep who I'm supporting, even though I don't agree with him on everything, but I just can't vote for a Democrat. Carlton Wing, North Little Rock. And then Jane English, State Senate. And again, I don't agree with either of them on everything.
I'm out of Grant County. Ken Bragg's mine.
That's my guy too. I tell you what, why does he not seem like he's more into anything? Because I contacted him this last time about
Steve didn't kill himself.
And he said, well, I'm kind of in the swing. I really don't.
No, let's go visit around and try to hand some out. There's Doc. There he is.
Long seen no time.
Exactly. Doing great. We were a little late to this because we're actually dealing with the other thing, issue 1. We're educating people about it.
Oh, good.
We actually have some information if you want. We can.
Somebody called me the other day and said, how do commercials say he's not going to raise the taxes? And I said, well, it's because the tax is already there. He just wants to keep it.
Well, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Here's some info, and then there's be some other groups. Here's one.
So let me guess. They're spending a lot of money on TV commercials to support this, but nobody has a budget against it, right?
The group fighting it does have some activists. There's an actual ballot committee, no on issue 1 legislative ballot committee, and they have formed a political action group to fight against it. We're probably horribly underfunded, but
that's what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of TV commercials. Hey, multiple things. I've not seen the TV commercials against it. So.
Yeah, we're having to do grassroots stuff, knocking on doors, making phone calls.
God bless you. That's great, man.
And that's one almost every conservative effort. That's like the Tea Party. We had to do the same thing.
We keep on hearing that we're overall the highest tax state of any state around here, and these guys are like, yes, isn't it great?
Oh yeah.
Somebody called my show a few months ago and said, when you go down to Texarkana, you can tell when you go across the state line.
The road's smooth. Yeah, and then that's not on that flyer, but I not long after I made that, I heard and I saw it. It's an article. They only allocate 10% of their budget for road maintenance out of the $2.something billion that they have.
Really?
Only 10% goes to maintenance. And there's an article from like Steve Bronner from May of this year.
But that's not on this.
No, I had to update it, but I do have some other.
That should be the headline on this.
Yeah, I'll need to add it on another one. I made those, and then I heard about that later on. And there's and you'll probably hear about other stuff that goes on there.
So what's the other 90% go to?
Salaries, pet projects.
That's on a website somewhere.
Yes, nopermanenttax.com. It's a website that's on there. And then Americans of Prosperity Arkansas has posted something about it. We've posted that part of the budget repeatedly. So if you go there on Facebook, are you on Facebook? Okay.
So you're the one.
It's like a necessary evil. You don't want it, but
I post up on Facebook. I don't have time to look at You're one of those Instagram guys?
I'm not on Instagram either. I'm one of the wireless guys. I don't really not good, but I know.
So you're the guy that's not on Facebook. I think just about everybody in the whole world, except for